Jordan, all I see is gold is your mantra, which is a metaphor for many things. What would winning a gold medal in London mean to your long-term careers after wrestling's over?
Definitely a lifestyle changer. You know, I've been middle class my whole life. Went to college, was a poor college student for a couple of years, and now I'm just actually starting to have an occupation and making a little bit of money for myself. So winning the Olympic gold medal would definitely be huge for me, my family, and my future. So I'm excited about that opportunity, and hopefully it works out for me.
Now, many African-American wrestling success stories, the guys have gone on done MMA. Is it something you'd consider down the road?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of people transfer to MMA. You know, it's lucrative. It's a lot of money involved. You get to live the superstar lifestyle. But for me right now, I'm passionate about wrestling. I'm scared to get punched in the face for one, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. There's enough money on the table, and I'm feeling like I want to get into the MMA world. I'll think about it.
Now, how did you use growing up in the Camden area as a springboard for success?
It was awesome. You know, I got to see both sides of the spectrum. You know, got to see, you know, low class and middle class and working families and be in that type of environment and system, to going to University of Nebraska and having a complete culture shock, and now even being like here at the Donald Trump Golf Course. You know, I can't afford any of this stuff. My family can't, so it's awesome for me to come from both sides and be able to experience both sides and just to know that, to stay humbled and where I came from.
So many wrestlers, they commit to giving back to their communities. Are there some things people may not know that you've done and continue to do for the people back home in South Jersey?
Oh yeah, I mean, I do a lot of community service, obviously. You know, the biggest thing for me is I want to win, so I can get my own shoe and hopefully go back to my high school and get my whole team, youth program and high school team, their own shoes, you know. So a lot of kids in high school, they can't afford shoes and you have to buy them on your own. You know, teams can't provide them for them. So when I get my own Jordan Burroughs shoe, I'll definitely donate a whole bunch to my local program.
So what's the biggest change you had to deal with from going from New Jersey in high school to Nebraska in college?
Definitely a culture shock for me. You know, I grew up in really a black community. You know, like 80% of my school was black kids, and it was definitely a culture shock for me. So when I got to Nebraska, like I said, being a wrestler though was really helpful. You know, I was used to being around a different culture, and when you have a bunch of people, even though they may have different backgrounds, when you're all looking forward to the same goal, it makes it a lot easier for you. So, you know, so it was a culture shock, but I had a good time.
What's your greatest memories in Lincoln that were away from the mat?
Away from the mat, just the brotherhood I created with the coaches. You know, me and Coach Manning are like Batman and Robin. You know, we're always together. Me and Coach Snyder, Coach Urson, all those guys back at home. You know, I've made a family basically, and just a lot of friendships built and a camaraderie, and I'm just happy to be a part of that program.
So were there any athletes you followed in the Philly area when you were growing up? And do you follow any now?
Definitely. Allen Iverson was definitely my favorite growing up as a kid. You know, everyone loved Allen Iverson. I follow Michael Vick now. He's one of the greatest. LaShawn McCoy, Deshaun Jackson. Even though I'm not even a Philly fan,
right?
I'm not an Eagles fan. I love the Philadelphia Phillies, but not an Eagles fan. I'm a Denver Broncos fan. But I definitely follow a lot of Philadelphia sports. They were the only sports games I ever actually attended as a kid, and I'm a big Philly fan, even though I'm a Denver Broncos fan.
What's your biggest challenge in reaching gold in London?
My biggest challenge is to stay mentally focused. You know, I'm already prepared. I've prepared well. I've been preparing for this tournament since I was a kid. You know, so a lot of people think that it's just the last couple of months that have culminated to the Olympic Games, but really I've been training all my life for this opportunity and this moment. So for me, I'm just trying to stay mentally focused, and I get too ahead of myself. I'm trying to keep it all in perspective. I know there's a lot at stake, but it's just a wrestling match, 4 matches, and I'll be an Olympic gold medalist.
Thursday, your team wrestles in Times Square against the Russians. What will that be like for you? I know you did it last year, so is it going to be awesome. A little different, or is it just doesn't matter?
It's sweet, man. I want to go outside. Even if it rains, I still want to wrestle outside. So for me, this is probably the best sporting event I've ever been involved with. You know, I've been in national championships, world championships, but this is awesome. You know, you get to wrestle in Times Square. There's thousands of people walking by. My family's there. I'm close to New Jersey at my home, and it's just pretty cool. You know, to wrestle the Russian national team and have American support on your home soil is pretty awesome.
Last question. Other than gold, what's the takeaway you want from London this year?
I definitely just want the overall Olympic experience. You know, I get to be around the best athletes in the world, get to inspire a bunch of people, motivate a bunch of people. So for me, other than winning gold, I just want to go have that overall experience. I want to meet a lot of people, see what motivates them, see what they do in their communities to help out other people, and basically just better myself. You know, it's an experience that many people don't get to experience. So very few people actually have this opportunity to go to Olympic Games. So I want to take a lot out of it than just a gold medal.
Outstanding. Thanks a lot, Jordan.
No problem.